Welcome to Animaties, a retro anime review comedy podcast. These episodes contain spoilers and adult language, so stick around if you're cool like that.
Hello and welcome back to your favorite weekly anime review comedy podcast. My name is Lindsay and we're joined again by none other than Mackenzie. Mackenzie, say hello to the people.
Hello to the people.
Oh my gosh, fabulous. Well, now that that's out of the way. Mackenzie, do you remember?
I thought you were going to give me way more shit for that really shitty joke.
What shitty joke? Oh no, did I miss something? I
literally repeated exactly what you told me to say.
Yeah, I was like, that's a classic joke. I'm not going to make any comment about it.
I thought you would have. Anyways, what were you saying?
I want to cast your mind back.
Cast my mind back.
Yes. Just throw your memory back to
where?
To two places in particular.
Better not be the 70s in Banff.
Oh my gosh, I wish it was. To last December, when I introduced you to a series.
Oh, is this the one you spoiled last week? Should you just want me to do the intro? I'll do the whole fucking intro right now.
I know. The second one was gonna be like, and then I want you to cast your memory back to last week.
I wonder what I'm watching this week.
Oh, what
Lindsay?
could I possibly be watching this week? Yes.
Hello, welcome to Animaties. My name is Mackenzie, joined by my lovely host Lindsay. We'll be watching 3X3X. Off we go.
Yeah. We kind of spoiled this last week. Yeah, I'm bringing you the second part of 3x3 Eyes.
We? No. You got so fucking confident that you knew what I was bringing last week, and so mad that I was bringing it before you, and then spoiled your next episode. And then I was just like, that's not at all what I meant.
I forget that I bring lots of cool shit to this podcast, apparently.
Well, regardless, I'm stoked.
Yes, we're watching 3x3 Eyes, Legend of the Divine Demon, came out in 1995. There are 3 OVAs that we're going to be watching this week. Do you need a recap of what happened in the first half?
No, but for the folks at home, I can tell them if you don't want to.
Sure, you tell them.
I got that lore brain. I can remember all the lore.
It's true. You have a much better lore brain than I do.
Girl with a third eye named Pi shows up and is all like, hey, Yakumo, we've got to go get this fucking demon shit dealt with because it's going to invade the world and fuck a bunch of shit up. And I'm from an ancient tribe that your dad used to research. Wa-da-da-da-da.
Here's his skull.
Yeah, and I'm going to be really weird about you flirting with other people. And I'm going to fight a frog demon.
Show up at one point.
Voiced by Taliesin Jaffe. Really good synopsis, right?
Yeah, 100%. I was like, we could just move on now.
It's all about demons and powers and fighting off bad gods.
Yeah, they're basically trying to bring back the evil demon Cayenne Wang, which I laughed at and called him Pepper Dick, and like they've got some cool people. Pi basically makes Yakumo her woo, which made me laugh. Which basically means that he is also immortal like her. Yep. And cannot die. And the only way that he cannot be a woo, nope, never mind. A woo is to help her become human. And that's how they both cannot be immortal anymore. So it's great. In the final OVA, we're like heading into the big battle and we're like so worried. And then there's like a big explosion and we don't know what happened to Pi.
Yeah, it was one of those things where we're just like, oh, interesting. That was the end. Okay. And it worked for this somehow.
I wasn't mad at it.
No, it somehow worked for this, but it's just like big explosion. And now Yakumo's on a bus looking for Pi in the desert.
Yeah. And we know that she's alive because he's still alive.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we're going to find out how this all ends. And if Cayenne Wang is successful or if Pi is successful. Yes, we're also going to say Cayenne Wang a lot.
Oh, I wonder if that hot demon lady is going to be in this too.
Oh man, there's only one way to find out. Plot twist is by watching it.
I thought you would at least like push this back a little bit so like I might forget, but you're like, nah, fuck it, we ball.
Nope, fuck it, we might as well just capitalize on the humor of just going for it.
Hell yeah. I mean, I really liked 3x3 Eyes the first time we watched it. Mm-hmm. It had some flaws here and there, but overall I thought it was a good time. And I remember us being like, shit, now we got to watch the next part.
100%.
And then a whole year went by and we didn't watch the next part.
It's funny because I thought you would have figured it out like a while ago. Because at one point I did ask you, I was like, can we like go back and do sequels? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, cool. And then
Yeah, I think my exact criteria for a sequel was if it's either it had to be a continuation from where we had basically left off. It couldn't be like, we watched season 1 and now we're going to watch season 5.
yeah, exactly. So we're just going to finish off the story.
Hell yeah. I mean, it'd be nice to get a final, like, actual end close to this. It's also 4 years in the future, so everyone's going to be super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the manga looks incredible. So, hell yeah, I'm stoked.
There's lots of cool powers. There's blood. There's guts. Because if there's one thing we remember, he's immortal, so he can take a beating.
Oh my god, yeah. I also remember that you hated how much I kept calling it 9 eyes because it was 3 times 3.
Yeah, and like I put so much effort into learning that it's like Sazan Aizu and stuff like that. And you're like, I'm just gonna call it 3 by 3 eyes.
And what was funny is that at that time you were really trying hard to like get things right, and I was always making fun of you for that stuff. And as soon as I just was like, I don't give a shit, I'm calling it 9 eyes, you're like, hey, that's not fair.
Yep. And I was like, fine, fuck it, I'm not gonna learn how to pronounce anything.
And she still has kept up with that.
Yeah.
That's okay. I've kind of stopped giving a shit too. I just kept saying a woo woo for Evangelion because I just couldn't be asked to remember.
Kawoo. Kawaru?
Kawaru. Anyways.
Kawaru. Jesus.
Go on. Yes.
Anyways, go listen to our Evangelion walkthrough. Watch through? I don't know. Good Lord. But yes, while you're doing that, we're going to go watch 3 by 3 Eyes, Legend of the Divine Demon, and we'll be back with our review. See you in a couple moments. All right, everybody, we have returned from our long quest. And Mackenzie, I need to ask you, did this one awaken your third eye, or did it make you want to poke your eyes out?
So it's been 4 years in story since the end of part 1.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing's really changed quality-wise on the show. That's not to say the quality was bad or is bad. I was just expecting a bit of an upgrade since it was also 4 years apart between the two series themselves.
Yeah.
So
they kind of switched studios.
Yeah, and it's more or less the same still, but it does still suffer from that, like, let's be extra dark to save budget syndrome at times. Not as bad as the first one. The first one, like, I'm pretty sure like 40% of it was like near pitch black.
Man, yeah.
So that's nice that it's not quite as much, but it is still there. Also, not enough hot demon ladies in this.
I know, they significantly cut back on them, and I was like, excuse me. Bring back the hot demon ladies. That's what I love in this.
There was one, but that quickly soured. And then there was another one, and then that soured again, and then it got really weird. But we'll get to that. But for the folks at home, this quick catch up, because I know in the part 1 we did not do a good one. I think I rambled through, and then you kind of did a couple bits. Girl named Pi, last of her kind. She goes to Earth to become a human, or try to become a human, saves this guy named Yakumo. She makes him her woo, which is essentially her immortal protector. Is that where that actually came from for us? I can't remember.
No, it happened before that. I think it was just me making dumb noises. And then this happened, and then I was like, this is hilarious.
Right. But yeah, so she wants to become human. Her greatest enemy has other plans. They go through this whole fight and battle thing across the episodes. We get to our final big battle, which lasts about 12 seconds before there's a big boom. And then Pi disappears and Yakumo goes looking for her. All right, we're caught up. Sweet. If you want more information on that, you can watch our first character breakdown to get our first episode to get more breakdowns, yada, yada, yada. I will say Yakumo, way cooler in this than the original.
Pi, he definitely comes into his own.
Less cool in this one and more of a liability than anything half the bloody time.
Oof.
But we learned why in the end, which was mind-blowing that we'll get to, but it threw me the fuck off.
I know, I'm like, I still don't know if I fully understand what happened, but
read a couple things to try and get me kind of in the line.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I can jump right into it. Episode 1. We start.
Just going straight in.
There's monks. Okay, unless you got more to say.
No.
There's some monks, and they're summoning like a vision of like the big baddie's Wu, whose name is
Cayenne Wang's Wu.
Cayenne Wang. There we go.
Oh yes,
Spicy Dick. I believe we called him all that time ago.
We did call him Spicy Dick.
So Spicy Dick's Woo, which is his immortal soldier.
That's a spicy dick.
Spicy Dick's Woo is like got this like this like illusion that's basically doing a call to arms. But one of the monks is Yakumo, our main dude. And the vision's a trap. And then the Woo blows the shit out of the temple. And of course, our dude managed to escape because it's episode 1.
Whew, thank goodness.
And my understanding of this show is that Pi went missing. So when all of a sudden she shows up as like a high schooler, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was definitely confused when I saw that. I was like, wait a second, you exploded and then you were gone, but you weren't gone.
Yeah.
And now you're a high schooler student posing in a men's magazine?
Yeah. Well, okay, I'll get to that. So I was like, oh, she's, been blasted away to the other realm and that's where he's going to go. Nah, he's just in Tokyo or whatever.
Yep.
But yes, he sees her in a dirty magazine. Now I should note, she's not nude or anything. It's just a regular photo. But apparently if you pose for photo in Japan, you don't know what that shit's going to be used for.
Oh, that's so uncomfortable. You need to have release forms.
Yeah, but her school's mad at her because she's wearing her school uniform and her friends are making fun of her. But it is nice to see Pi living a normal life.
I know. I was like, oh, this is really sweet. And I want Pi to have just a normal, teenage girl life.
However, because she's living a life and has no memory of her past, she loses her snaggletooth. Which was a design add-on that really grew on me. And I've since come to love. Is it because you have
a snaggletooth?
Oh, on our artwork?
Yes.
Basically, Yakumo sees her. He hugs her. She screams pervert, rightfully so.
100%. Totally in the right for that.
Now, he didn't know that she had no memory. So he was not trying to be a weirdo. But then he keeps running after her when she's screaming pervert because he's like, what are you talking about?
This is like last week with Paradise Kiss.
Yeah.
Arushi or whatever in the first episode. Men, learn some tact.
But he runs after her powers simply turn on. She summons her best friend demon to help her. And then a mysterious figure pounds Yakumo into the wall with an 88 Chevrolet Caprice Classic.
Wow, that is a specific thing. I was like, I don't know, cars. He rams him into a wall with a sedan.
He's bleeding everywhere.
Ugh.
And here's the thing. He's immortal. He can't die. He still feels pain though.
Yeah.
Which is a biatch and a half.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, again, Evangelion.
Imagine just getting crushed under rocks and just feeling the pain forever and not dying. That shit would suck.
Yeah.
But
no, thank you.
We get a little montage, all right? Young Pi and her demon friends are getting killed by the baddie. And one of them's pregnant and she takes the baby out of its egg and she's like, I'll take care of you and I'll never go with you, evil man. And I was like, thanks, that's good for you. You're fighting off your demons, literally.
You go, girl. Then
she wakes up with her family, adopted, who are apparently her grandparents, in quotes for sure, and her friends. And they're all talking to Yakumo. She's like, why the fuck is this guy here? And they're like, it's not quite what you think. And they all stay the night.
He saved you.
Yeah,
she's like,
exactly.
I saw him get bisected.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to him and his body?
Man, how many sets of clothes does he have to carry around?
That's the thing. His clothes always magically heal too. It's very strange.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
So these two go out to have a convo late at night because everyone stays the night because it's late. And girl literally saw him get crushed in half. She saw herself ride a demon, but she's like, nah, bruh, that shit ain't real.
I was clearly just dreaming.
But she's also like, I believe that you're from my past. And I'm like, girl, there's only so many circumstances life can have before you just gotta blindly connect some fucking dots.
Right? Your deductive reasoning has to kick in at some point.
Shut up, Lindsay. There's no time for that.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
Because all of a sudden all the dolls in the house come alive because her grandparents make dolls or some shit.
I hate dolls.
I'm sure you hated this.
I did.
Sorry not to tell you to shut up. But there was no time to talk about anything else.
Mackenzie has no problem telling women to shut up.
Oh, shut up. Other than only you.
Rude.
But they're fighting mannequins and teddy bears. And I was like, shit.
Can we talk about the one mannequin? Just fully vulva out for this fight?
So, I'm getting to her.
Oh, okay, great. I was like, we can't just let that slide.
I like this version of Yakumo because he's kicking ass. He's no longer just getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, he's training. Like a fighter.
He's not just a bullet shield anymore. But then shit gets dark when we learn her entire family's basically been fake. They're real people, but they've been under control this whole time to like try and keep her controlled and captive.
Or like incredibly culturally inappropriate dolls.
Yeah. But then another fully dressed mannequin shows up. And folks, because anime, it strips down to being naked. And then for anime, some reason, the anime give this mannequin hips, a wooden camel toe, and painted nipples.
She just lips out for this entire fight.
Like,
it makes no goddamn sense.
She had an outfit on.
I know.
And she
Why
just
did we have to get rid of
off.
it? Girl, you could have kept that on. It wasn't hindering your movement at all.
I did not need to see your wooden labia.
Would it be a mussy? I'm so sorry.
Muss? What an M?
Yeah, mannequin.
Oh, I was thinking wussy, like wooden.
Oh, all of those are terrible.
You can tell how old she is by the rings around the. Anyways.
Oh no! I can hear people turning the episode off.
But we do get like a sick battle with like this new mannequin in Yakumo. She's like puts a blade out of one of her arms, and he's got like
so
sick
cool
demon summoning powers and shit. And I was like, fuck yeah! And then she just like goes underground and stabs him from anus to chest.
She Vlad the Impales him.
And she keeps forgetting the whole immortal thing. He told her, but she keeps, whatever. But Pi freaks out and it awakens some of her powers and like summons her little beastie buddy to take them away while like Yakumo throws a grenade. He's got a lot of grenades and I don't know where he keeps them because he's often not wearing a backpack.
Prison wallet.
Right. He's got that infinite wallet down there.
Oh.
Also, for the folks at home, the demon looks like a mix between Suezo from Monster Rancher and a Steelix or Onyx from Pokemon.
Okay, I didn't get the second part, but the first part I did get, and you were correct.
Yeah, it's just a giant eyeball inside of a basically rock and bone structure. But Pi cannot catch a fucking break. Because now her best friends are possessed and attacking her. And just seconds ago, her parents or grandparents were attacking her. And then the fucking dumbass little vulva out mannequin just like it takes over her demon friend and is like, it's mine now. I'm going to make it eat your ass.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, they are fucked.
And it's quite literally eating his ass. And then he gets like sliced him up to the fucking dong to throw it again. And like, there's so much fucking blood. How does a person have this much blood?
It just regenerates all the time.
But even like the humans in this have so much fucking blood.
It's like in Nosferatu. It's just a congestion. It's an excess of blood.
Ugh, it's so much blood. They're like, we're gonna kill your boyfriend.
And she's like, whoa.
Yeah, hold on a second here. You have a moment for her to be like, hold on. But we don't need to worry about bro getting chomped or stabbed or bleeding out a ton. Not because he's immortal, but because the Pi does some more awakened power shit and drops a literal nuclear bomb on the city. Like, it kills the fucking mannequin, but also, how many people died for her ass to get turned to fucking firewood?
Listen, she triaged the situation. She was like, this is the only way to do this.
It's literally like everyone on the city's like, oh my God, what's this explosion? Like, it's not cool, bro.
Nope.
Like, goddamn. But okay. We get to an airport. He literally searched for 4 years for her, found her, and then he's trying to sneak away on his own.
I know. I was like, what are you doing, bud?
And she's like, nah, bitch, I'm coming too. I want my memory back.
Yeah. She's in her
like,
cute little dress and her hat.
Yeah, because she doesn't remember who she was, and she would never wear that back then.
I mean, yes, you are true. I mean, maybe. No, I don't think she would.
You can't just like show up, subject her to all this shit, and then just leave. If that was the case, you should have done all of this in silence to save, I don't know, the trauma.
Nah, go in, fuck her life up, and then just leave. That's fine. I see nothing wrong with this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Men, you should do that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Just go to her life, fuck it up, and then leave.
Dedicated long-term partners just following. Don't listen to Lindsay's dating advice.
Just remember, I will hex you.
She's not lying. Beware.
Nope. Did it this week. Happy New Year.
Anyways, maybe that's why I got sick. Were you hexing me? What did I do?
No, trust me, you've done nothing that deserves me to hex you.
Great, glad.
This fucker did.
Happy to hear it.
Good.
Well, in episode
Hashtag
2,
feminism.
our heroes are traveling across China, headed to Tibet, while they have cute little moments as they slowly start to like each other.
Oh, they're riding in their motorcycle.
Yeah, it's always sweet to see someone who has memory loss start to fall for the person they fell for originally anyways.
I know, it is really sweet to get those like little fragments back.
It's cheesy as fuck, but I love it.
I mean,
I love
it's
cute shit.
Adorable.
I love
It's
cute shit.
Just because
So
Pie
much.
is so adorable.
Like the other day, you were like, "Oh, you'd want to watch this chick flick with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like lovey cute shit. The fuck do you want from me?"
I don't know. What chick flick were we gonna watch?
Bridget Jones's Diary.
Oh, I love Bridget Jones' Diary.
And you were like, "Why would you want to watch that?" And I was like, "Fuck you."
Just watch me swoon over Colin Firth.
Great.
You
Maybe
know,
I'll swoon too.
maybe you'll understand Hugh Grant. That was a movie that made me understand Hugh Grant,
Anyways.
and then immediately start to be like, "Damn you, Hugh Grant." Anyways, sorry, we're not talking about Bridget Jones'
No.
Diary.
they come across a temple, all right? They're looking for people, but this shit has been ransacked to all hell. And like
They loot and scoot.
one of the like baddies comes back. It is a red-haired, elf-looking muscle mommy.
Mackenzie was in there. He was like, "Sold, want her, would smash."
And I literally wrote a note saying, "I hope she comes back." And then seconds later, they're back with the whole demon mafia.
Hell yeah!
And they're looking for some mystical incense burner thing. And I was
don't
like,
know. It's a weird
yeah.
looking wasp nest thing.
yeah, it looks like houses. You won't know what this means, but it looks like
Nope.
houses from Planet Namek.
Cool.
For the folks at home.
Yeah, right. Let me just
Uh,
Google that. Planet, hammock. I don't know.
I instantly took back my muscle mommy comments in my notes because she all of a sudden transforms and gets like multiple arms. Like,
Yeah,
this,
she
like
got
fucked
four.
up angry face. Like she's
Could you imagine getting a thank and yank from a four-armed red-haired muscle
no
mommy?
one is big enough for that.
Maybe the two could be for like touching the go button.
There is some fighting that goes on, Lindsay. And I love that they managed to escape on a boat driven by like a monk. And it's just like on a creek. And no one just tries to run after them.
Oh man, it's like being in Venice in one of those, what is it, gazebo? Not a gazebo. Gondola. Are you still laughing at the four-armed and wristy?
Meet my demon, the pepper grinder ting tingler.
Hey, some people would be into that.
sounds like an old Swedish fairy tale or something.
I'm sure there's a hentai.
Anyways, we get some Pie backstory. Her people subjugated evil demons. The one guy was like, "Hey, yo, demons, I'll release you if you pledge your allegiance to me." Then they killed all her people. And then when they sealed them away, they all died. Pretty standard demon story stuff.
You know, yeah.
You'd think there'd be a bit more, but because
Nah,
the
fuck
manga's
that.
a
We don't
lot
need it.
more involved, but this is like, nah, this is straight up. This is all we're doing right here.
Bitch, we got 3 episodes. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. And I forgot to mention, we also have acquired a new party member
Mm-hmm.
in the form of a cocky rogue.
Ooh.
I don't like him.
No.
And my note literally says, "I hope he dies soon."
Well, you only have to wait like 1 episode to find out.
He's only there to help them so that he can steal shit from her holy realm she's trying to get to so that he can get rich. And they're like,
Mhm.
you know what? Helps help. Fuck it. So they get to the mystical gate,
Ooh.
but not before running over a child.
You know, they're just so small. You just kind of miss them while you're driving.
And the rogue dude is like, she's clearly an ambulance chaser. We should just fucking leave her ass. And all my notes say is this girl has pointy ears. She's clearly on some demon shit. You should
Yep.
listen to the dumbass rogue.
100%. The rogue has some good logic there.
But no, they take her with them, and Yakumo like goes to talk to this priest in private. Who I love this priest, by the way. He's very like, "I'm almost dead, so everything's a joke."
Who cares? And it's like long ass earlobes.
Yeah. He looks like a skeleton though.
He's kind of the crypt keeper.
Bro had that
Oh no.
that Papillon Rose treatment done.
Wait, what?
The whip.
Why do I not remember this? Oh no.
He got
My
his
brain.
life force sucked out through his dong and he got all
Oh
skinny.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. My brain just kind of blacked
If you want to
that
hear
out,
what
I
we're
guess.
talking about, head to our
Oh.
Patreon. It's a free episode for all members. It's a bonus one. It's wild.
It's holy shit.
But
Yep,
I love
Mackenzie
that.
made me watch that.
Yeah, I love that guy. He's great. But Yakumo's like talking to this priest in private, being like, hey, I'm going to go alone. Again, trying to go alone. Because
Bad idea. Don't split the party.
he kind of has a good reason. He's like, if Pai realizes her true power while in her home realm before she learns who she is, shit's going to get bad. But of course, aw, this is a little bit of a romance.
Just a little bit.
Pai's hanging out with that little girl and she overhears him say these things and they blush and it's cute. Hell fucking yeah, it was. But then, as both the rogue and I fucking knew, we hear a whistle and the little fucking kid transforms into the fucking demon lady from before, the red-haired one, except now she's naked and half goat.
Hot. Smash.
I mean, if
Would.
that's your thing, it's up to you. But it was like, surprise, demon titties. And I was like, fucking called it.
I know. Always get surprised with the demon titties when it comes to Sazanaizu.
The demon mafia shows up and everyone starts dying in a fun little battle. The priest dies and his last breaths are like, fuck what Yakima wants. Go with them and get strong, wee little Sanjian, which is what her race is called. I forgot to mention.
Yep.
They are Sanjians.
I kept calling her the Sangina because that was a queen on Drag Race this season.
Sangina?
Sangina, the bitch queen.
Okay. Well,
She
actually,
got eliminated.
speaking of bitch queens, though,
Oh, tell me about bitch queens.
before
Like
they can
Bitcoin?
like get into the portal using this sensor thing, Pai is a mentee bee and awakens her adult self, Parvati, who has no fucking clue who she is and just goes straight up evil. And it just starts fucking massacring shit and goes on this rampage. She's craving blood. And my ass was not expecting this at all.
I kind of understand it though.
Oh, well, of course, you wake up as this person who's normally pretty aggressive with
Mhm.
no memories, and the only thing you think is aggression. I don't want to be here. Fuck all these people.
We're gonna fight, bitch. We're not gonna fight.
That's literally what she does until she goes and gets herself captured by the demon mafia dude, and we end the episode. But before that, she's like got her demon buddy chomping on the evil lady, and like it's all crazy. But of course, we can't just have that be what happens. It's got to end. Now, I want to remind people of something here, especially our younger listeners. These episodes don't come out every week.
No.
OVAs back in the day when it was like 3 usually came out once every 4 months, which was the case for this. We had to wait for a whole fucking season or more after one damn episode. I'm pretty sure I go on about this like every 4 or 5 episodes, but if you couldn't find a subbed VHS or a clean LimeWire download, you were fucked
Ooh.
for like
LimeWire.
years.
LimeWire is a sketch place. It is the wild, wild west. You're like, yes, I found this. And you're like, nope, found something else.
But we head into episode 3. We pick up kind of where we left off, all right? There's a crumbling temple, and Pai, now back in her normal form, is hanging from a ledge above some lava. And chilling beside her is the demon lady back in kid form, just constantly gnawing on her hand.
Let me go.
Literally, but just growling instead. And of course, Pai, being the sweetie that she is like trying to keep this kid safe while it's like gnawing into her bones.
It's literally trying to like bite her arm off so it lets go of her.
But like, Mafia Demon gets away. They all get saved. And it's, crisis evaded, yada, yada, yada. Cool. That's expected. But now we have this loincloth baby demon. They gave her the loincloth thingy, the potato sack. It's just rolling around,
Still weird.
growling at people. The
Just
rogue.
a feral child.
The rogue is like, keep trying to shoot it. And everyone's like, stop trying to shoot the child.
It's like, can I stab her then?
It's on our side now. It's like, is it really? Do you know this? Like, for
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah. I'm like, also, no. Just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, the whole time they've been calling this thing a
Incense burner?
an incense burner, but to turn it on, they just have to fill it full of fucking blood.
I know. I also laugh because the rogue is the only one who can fill it with blood because it's the only human.
Yeah, it's just like,
It's like, oh, yeah, he like goes down the street, not across the road. And I was like,
Mhm.
dude, that's dangerous.
yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
be real fucking
You filled
careful.
that thing.
Oh,
And-
man.
For some reason, when you're teleporting, you're naked, but when you arrive, you're in your clothes again.
Hey, It happens.
They get there and the damn fucking baby is still with them.
Yep.
Like, obviously, it's gonna have a reason later on for why it's going to be there, but it feels like a liability.
I know. Well,
Like-
I guess no, maybe it's not though, because you know it can transform.
But you don't know how to make it transform. Before it needed a whistle.
That's true.
So,
Maybe you
like,
just try whistling yourself.
I guess.
Try it with
But,
babies,
like,
everybody, and let us know what happens. Just go to a
currently-
random baby, whistle at it.
That'll go over great. So far, its only non-transform power that I've seen is that it can smell bones and keeps digging up the remains of Pie's ancestors.
Totally fine.
Nom, 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 nom. I will say, though, it is adorable.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it's super cute, but it's so useless right now. So we get a bit of a warning from Pie herself in the form of a hologram. And it's like, hey, you should leave here, but here's some history first. We get like reminded of all like the Kaiyan Wang, powerful, killing, yada yada, sealing, blah blah blah. Pie's the last one, whatever.
Yep.
But then holy fucking shit. Does it drop a bombshell on us that, okay, first, the baddie, Kaiyan Wang, Spicy Dick, is actually Shiva, Pie's ex-fiance?
I know. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
And you're like, oh, wow, that's a pretty good twist. And then I had to pause the show as my brain had a meltdown because we've only ever seen Pie when he was near her as a fucking child.
Yeah, but she's 300 years old. It's fine.
No, in the flashback where he's with her trying to get him to come with her when he's doing all of his slaughtering, she's literally crying, going, no, I'm not going to go with you.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
He's not just a murderer. He's a PDF file.
That's how you know he's the baddie. That's how you know. That's how you know he's the baddie.
No.
Were you cheering for him? Why are you so
No.
upset that the bad guy is bad?
Because it's just gross, and I feel bad for Pie.
Well, now
I know they have like eternal youth and they grow really slowly, but that doesn't fucking matter. All right, don't give me none of that. They're 450. They just look 5 bullshit. I'm not here for that bullshit.
I think we had this conversation in the last episode too, because you were like, is it weird if she's like 300 and Yakumo's like 16? And I was like, well, it depends on like the
Rate at which they mature.
yeah, exactly. So if 300 is equivalent to a 16-year-old, it's not weird. But if 300 is equivalent to a 300-year-old, it's fucking weird.
But here's the thing: he's clearly looking like a grown-ass adult, and she's
it could
clearly
just be
looking
different
like a child.
species.
No, they're all Sangians.
I don't know that. I don't know why I'm trying to justify this. Maybe I don't know.
You just asked if I was on his side, and then now you're being on his side.
Listen,
No, I get where
I
you're
flip
coming
flop
from.
more than a catfish on a bounty castle.
No,
It's
I get-
fine.
I get where you're coming from, and you're correct. If it does level out, it's fine. But it's weird if someone's like, no, it's okay that they're hot because they're actually 400, but they just look 5. Sir, that is not how that works.
Ooh, that's not okay. That's
Anyways.
not good.
I'm so fucking mad. Um, This was so close to not having any super weird stuff in it. But like,
Was
yeah. But even Pie is shaken to her core. Like, girls, like, maybe I don't want my memory back anymore. I don't want to be a god. I just want to be a high school girl with friends and good times. Me-
Yeah.
me too,
I
Pi.
understand that. I know. I also want you to go back to just being a high schooler with friends in Tokyo.
Yeah, I'd love to be a high school girl in Tokyo.
That's weird.
So anyways, Spicy Dick's Woo shows up.
Spicy dick. Ooh.
Ugh. He shows up and he's like, silly little girl, you're actually my slave. Ooh, fancy magic. And I was like, wait, what? And she just like listens and follows. And I was like, huh, okay.
Mhm,
And we like
mhm.
cut to Yakumo and Ronald McDonald. Oh, okay. Sorry, I should clarify.
Yeah, you should.
It's the first time I've used his name in my notes. The rogue's name is McDonald.
Yep.
They're getting their fucking asses kicked.
Like so hard. Like they are. Oh, it's not good.
No, Mafia Demon shows up and he's just, I keep saying Mafia Demon. I should also note, he's a demon and like, he looks like he should be in the Mafia.
Yeah, he looks like he leads like a section of the Yakuza or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, his like stomach opens up to like an alternate dimension. He's just like slowly
He
eating
transforms.
McDonald into this weird gray, muscle gross thing.
Yeah. And then
Ugh.
things get weird Like real weird.
And this is where things get weird, guys. Only here.
Look, we cut to Spicy Dick's woo. What is it, Beres or whatever his name is?
Benares.
Benares. And he's he's floating pie in front of an altar to like summon Cayenne Wang. And like the little baby demon girl shows up to like attack and just gets fucking bitch slapped down this like enormous staircase into like a pile of blood. And I was like, oh, okay, she's dead.
Yep. That was small fry.
Quite literally.
Yep.
And okay, pie. It turns out at the end of the previous season's 4th episode, when there's the giant explosion, he places something on her brain or this like gem on her forehead,
A little sticker.
which is actually a demon snake.
Mm-hmm.
And the demon snake takes over her consciousness, but then the snake forgot that it was trying to take over her consciousness and just became Pie.
Yeah, this was where it all got really muddy for me.
Pie this entire fucking time has been some random ass snake named Hawasho.
Yep.
And then both Pie and Pavrati have just been pushed deep back inside and are like asleep or whatever. And
So there's 3 people in this brain, and there's 3 eyes. There's a lot of 3s going on.
And then we quickly jump back to Yakumo and the Rogue, who are again still getting beaten to shit. And
Yakumo is like fully shish kebabbed at this point on the guy's arm,
fisted completely through. And
no.
They're at the base of this altar with the dead child, and Pie's just going back and forth, being like, "Should I remember or shouldn't I? Should I remember or shouldn't I?" Before trying to Kamehameha Kai Wang Yang's prison to kill him, but then gets her own ass tossed back. Like, girl, you can't do shit.
Well, and it's also revealed that she's like some sort of Hindu god as well. I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff in this. Again, it's all very muddy and not very clear.
I just realized I just said she gets her ass tossed. It's not how I meant that. She gets thrown to the side. But it's okay because the child isn't dead and it transforms and she saves everyone from big mafia demon transformy guy.
Hell
and then
yeah.
gets yeeted again.
100%.
Now
You're
she's
like,
dead.
yay! Oh, shoot.
And then like Yakumo literally takes his fist and blows this dude's head up. And I was like, that's pretty sweet. I like a good fist. That's not what I meant.
Mackenzie likes a good fisting, everybody. You've heard it here first. You went on the
like
record.
Watching someone get punched really hard.
He likes to watch someone get fisted until their head explodes.
Lindsay,
Mackenzie.
you're giving people things out of context.
Yeah, and in this context, Mackenzie has said that he likes watching people get fisted until their head explodes.
That's not what I said. It's not what I meant. Shut up. Anyways.
People are getting fisted. Yes, go back.
The evil Wu guy has proven to be too big of a dick to hurt. That also sounds weird.
Wow, we're really going downhill.
He's, for some reason, lets Pai and Yakumo have a moment before he like absolutely starts bleeding Yakumo dry.
Yeah, there was so much blood in this, which again, I was like, there was a lot of blood in the first one, so it makes sense. But I was like, holy moly, he's bleeding like a faucet.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of blood in this.
Ah!
But no one is having a good day.
No, I don't think so.
Every single person, the Rogue, the kid, they're all throwing themselves at the Wu and
I'm like, just maybe Benares.
All they're getting is an I bled here t-shirt as a consolation prize. I came to the Holy Realm and all I got was his blood-stained t-shirt.
And all I got was my blood smeared all over the realm.
And all I got was fisted.
Oh no. We're gonna get shirts of that. That'll be what we wear to our second con together. I went to the Holy Realm and all I got was fisted.
Oh dear. Okay, moving along. Pai decides to nut up and fuck shit up, but not before she kisses Yakumo.
Ooh,
which is really fucking funny, okay? Because, all right.
What is it, Mackenzie?
She transformed herself using her special words, which I was really hoping she was going to say the wrong thing, but she didn't. But so she does it, and she like lets out this blast, and it destroys the jail cell of spicy dick and it destroys his woo. But as it does, the snake comes out of her forehead, and shining against the background are tears coming from the snake's eyes as it lets go of its love, Yakumo. What the fuck is going on?
Art is what's going on.
It's so fucking dumb. Like, I know it's meant to be this sad moment of this demon snake that found true love and decided to disobey its master to blow everything up, but it's so funny. It's confusing as fuck, but it's funny.
It is absolutely confusing as fuck.
And then the ending just keeps going. It gets weirder because the snake survives and gets to live on as human pie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? And then Parvati is like taking the child back to the demon realm because I guess it lived too, because nothing can die apparently except for the old man. She's like, don't worry, Pi is still inside me. She'll wake up another time. So apparently they made a new body for Snake Demon to live out its life as a high schooler.
Yes.
And other Pi goes on to rest in the Holy Realm to become good so Pi can wake up inside her. But Yakumo feels...
is still the woo?
Yeah, and he feels bad because he lost Pi, but he didn't lose Pi, but then he technically cheated on Pi, but with herself?
Yeah.
We're also told, forgot, that Kaiyang Wang might still be alive.
Potentially. Who knows?
Get any more fucking OVAs.
Nope. This is how it all ends. Muddy as fuck.
And like, I don't know, everyone lived. Every single fucking person lived. Even the snake lived. And it just, I don't know. I get that's like supposed to be like a whole happy ending. Snake gets to live as a high school girl.
What every snake wants.
The rogue gets his riches that he'll have for the rest of his life from this,
the
thing that he
jewels
stole.
are pretty cool looking.
They're pretty pretty. The monk lives and Yakumo's alive, and I'm just like, I get like what they were going for, but it's so. I think the snake thing was pointless.
Yeah, I think it was all just very weird and convoluted, and it was just like throwing in another character where it didn't be. Because like if you just say character has amnesia or like magical induced amnesia, sure, that's fine. You don't need to add anything more. But adding the snake in there just made it really cloudy, and it felt unnecessary.
I was hoping for a final battle with like Pi and Yakumo like going through some crazy battle and kick-ass shit, but it was just like everyone's bleeding. I'm gonna let one more blast and defeat the Wu again.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the damn battles.
I know.
Getting cock blocked by battles.
And so they cucked us.
They did. They fisted us and then they cucked us after.
All right. So how would you rate this then?
I enjoyed this. I think I prefer the original version.
Yeah, I do too.
Don't remember what I ranked the original, so maybe I'm going to be wrong on my ranking here, but I'd probably give this like, if the ending was so fucking convoluted, if it was a little better, I could have put it above a 7, but I'm going to give this like a 6.83.
Okay. So here's the weird thing. On Mal, this is rated 6.91.
Oh, I was close.
Okay, but the original is rated 6.71.
Weird.
I know. Well, let's see how many users. Okay, so this one was rated by 7,800 users. The original was rated by 12,800 users.
So it's might be a bit of confirmation bias.
Yeah, I think it's just like because there's probably more variety and more the amounts are different or whatever. So that's why it might be different, but
that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, I think remembering back to the episode, because I did briefly listen to it before we went and recorded to this, I think, you were around in the 6 mark for the first one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I also felt like the original ended better. Like I was more satisfied with the ending of the original.
Which is funny because it almost feels like it would be unsatisfying. The battle was 12 seconds with a giant explosion, but it made sense in the moment. This seems like it's tying stuff up, but then leaving a bunch of loose ends anyways.
Yeah. Just unnecessarily.
Yeah, it's a very slice of life happy ending. And I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want there to be like answers about her ancestors and what actually happened to the guy. I know, of course, there's the manga. I know, there's the manga. The manga looks beautiful. Tons of amazing outfits in the manga. Or we're talking about the anime.
We are reviewing just this OVA right now and how it relates to our feelings about the first one. Exactly. So yeah, I guess, the general consensus is first one was better. This one, different studio. They did their best, but the ending is real muddy and real weird.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thank you everybody for listening. If you enjoyed this, I would highly recommend checking out all of our social media accounts. We are on YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok. Got a lot of fun stuff. So we are at Animaties across all of those. And then we also have a Patreon that's full of lots of cool stuff, free content, paid content. It's all stuff that helps us produce this podcast and bring you delightful, hilarious retro anime content every week.
Hell
And
yeah.
so one of the perks, if you give us some monies, is we'll read you out on the podcast. So here's your shout out, Patreon fans. Go, Mackenzie.
That's terrible. All right, we'd like to give a shout out to our supporting characters and our retro cuties. We got 2 new retro cuties this week, starting with Duffo and a deep, sexy voice says relax. Ooh.
Ooh.
I wonder who that happens to be.
Oh my gosh, who could that potentially be?
A sexy voice, I bet they have. But
No
up
comment.
next, we've got our chibi champions chilling out there with Swamp Wizard.
What?
And then we've got, in our Nostalgia Wizard tier, Butler Rat heard Railgun Season 2 for the bird, says Mikasa from afar. Last week, Animaties found a trash baby. Listen to this week to know what happens. They didn't update their name.
Oh my gosh, Butler Rat, are you sick? Someone go check on Butler Rat.
Which you can do if you come into our Discord by
It's
signing up for
true.
our Patreon. Even free people get access to our Discord and our recent episode where I made Lindsay watch the most insane ecchi we watched.
Oh my gosh, yes, you did.
Anyways,
How dare you?
take us home.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. We will see you next Tuesday when Mac is giving me something to watch. And just by the look on his face right now, I am nervous.
It's just his weird smile.
Oh, sure. Well, we'll find out in 5 minutes when we record the intro to that one. Anyways, thank you everybody. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.